Hello everyone and welcome to the most second channel video you will ever watch in your entire life. Have you ever eaten food before? Rhetorical question, you probably have. Anyway, moving on. We here are going to be solving an ancient question. I have gathered every single caterpillar cake in the world, aka the UK, aka the most British of the countries because it's the only country which is therefore British. That's right, we speak English in this land. What am I talking about? Anyway, moving on. We have our caterpillar cakes here from a number of stores, and we are going to put them in a tier list. As you can see, the top row, the hungriest of caterpillars, a reference to the classic novel I was reading as a young little boy, The Hungry Caterpillar. An outstanding book which unfortunately has not made it into its own caterpillar cake yet, somehow. Honestly, any of you stores, hit me up. I will sell you that idea for like 50 grand, I don't care, I just want money. Anyway, next we have socially acceptable. If you see these at your mate's birthday, you don't get to beat them up. You know, you look at them, you go, fine, we'll let you off this time. Ignore the Pokemon gameplay in the top right corner. I have no idea what that is. I think it's just an ad. Then we have technically food. This means if you see it, you could eat it, you know. It's not anything you'd write home or brag about, but it's there. It's food. It's edible. We then have last minute cake. If you see this at a birthday party, well, whoever's been hosting clearly does not care about, you know, the birthday boy, girl, they, them. I don't want to get cancelled, so I'm saying all of them. Please do not cancel me. I'm too happy with my life. Don't ruin it. Yes, but if you do see someone who's got that cake, well, their birthday's been ruined, their day's been ruined, which pretty means their life's been ruined. Then we have ruined birthday, which is where it's actually, you know, just what's going on, you know. Just, they don't love you. No one loves you if this cake ever emerges on your table. Like, I don't care how little money you have, there is no excuse for this one. And then actually a crime, well, this is only here because one of these cakes, believe it or not, actually caused lawsuits and criminal cases. So therefore, it has to get its own row in the tier list, but we'll get to that. And you know what? We're not going to go in the order here because it's absolutely messy. And we're going to go in the order of me, the orders I'm choosing, because if you want someone to rank a caterpillar cake tier list, then why don't you let a little, small, 21-year-old boy who used to get called anorexic at school because he didn't eat properly, or didn't eat at all, who else would know tons about caterpillar cakes than that very small and feeble human being, who is just myself. Anyway, let's get on with it. So we are going to start with the OG, the big boy, Colin the Caterpillar, the cake. Now, everyone must be thinking, oh, he's definitely the best, isn't he? Oh, wow, he's so amazing. He's £8. Let that sink in, £8. Do you know how many pints at Weatherspoons you could buy with £8? So many, if inflation hadn't also hit them. So it's now about 2 or 3. So, you know what? I think that it's going to go with socially acceptable. It's not the best of these options, but it's pretty good. It's all right, you know. It's something that's not too bad, but it's very, very pricey. And if you shop at M&S, you will be called a Tory for the rest of your life. Whether that's a compliment or an insult, depending on who you vote for and what your beliefs are. Anyway, next we're moving on to Clyde the Caterpillar from Asda. Look at his face. He's deformed. If you thought I was malnourished back at school, well, look at this guy. He can't eat for the life of him. He's a joke. He's weak. He's pathetic. He's ruined my day. He's ruined your birthday. And you know, he's just ruined everything. Get him down there. No one wants him. He is disgraceful. We're now going to move on to Tesco's main buddy, Curly the Caterpillar. And once again, what's happened with the face? It does look like someone has dropped it on its face, or maybe introduced it to a belt sander way too frequently, so it's now just a complete two-dimensional, disfigured monster. However, Curly is actually at a bespoke £6 price, and is a lot nicer than you'd assume for its appearance. So, because of this, it's going to get enough points to get to last minute cake. If you do see it at a birthday party, you don't have to chin the host. Wow! Look at that! I know, right, mad. Now we're gonna take a dark trip down memory lane for this next one. This is one which I used to love with a passion because I was contractually obliged to by the company, because I happened to may or may not have had some contractual obligation to show up and stack shelves for them for money for a little while. And this is Cecil the Caterpillar, Waitrose's finest version of the caterpillar cake. Now, I do have some level of bias because I worked in those stores for 2 and a bit years. So down here, actually a crime, heresy. Nah, in all fairness, it's actually really good. Genuinely, Cecil is very, very nice. And I've actually tried Cecil. I've tried a few of these. Don't get me wrong, I have actually tried a lot of these. But let's be real, when you see Iceland's celebration cake, you don't think I've gone out of my way and actually bought that. Oh my god, I've got better things to do in my time, like play Lego Racers 2, or, you know, spend hours just replicating other people's Minecraft builds only to have the servers be completely deleted when my friends get bored of them. Anyway, that's enough emotional trauma spouted on. We're going to move on to Morrison's. Now, Morris the Caterpillar, it would actually be up here and socially acceptable because it's really good. However, Morris, do you not see what we're going with the naming pattern here, Morrison's? It needs to begin with a C. You failed to get a C in your GCSE English by making it start with an M. So it's going to go in technically food, because yeah, it's edible, it's nice, but you've fucked it up with the name. Speaking of fucked it up with the name, we're going to go over to Sainsbury's now with Wiggles the Caterpillar. Sainsbury's. Do you not see what we're doing here? We had a plan, but you've fucked it up. But again, Wiggles is actually quite good, and it's good value for money. So you're stuck in technically food as well. You absolute muppets. Genuinely. When I look at these cakes now, I used to think, wow, maybe I will be able to beat anorexia so hard I have to worry about diabetes. But no, now I look at them and I go, they look decent. They look decent. They look nice. But I'd rather just have some alcohol. But anyway, back onto this. We are going to have to now move over to... let's go over to Charlie the Caterpillar from Co-op. I'm not going to... I once saw this on offer for £2 because it had been like... the box had been punched in and I think it was going off anyway. And even at £2, I didn't want to buy it. So it's going in Ruined Birthday. No offence if your name is Charlie. But Co-op has done you dirty by naming this absolute buffoon after you. No, just I wouldn't have it. I would never shop at Co-op again if that was my name. And I think next we need to get and address the caterpillar on the table. I mean, elephant in the room doesn't really work. So we're going to address Cuthbert. You see, Cuthbert? Cuthbert used to think he was cool, but no, he's a criminal. He's been to court. He's actually a little nasty boy, and he's going in actually a crime. Because as much as he's probably tastier than these Ruined Birthdays, you know, you don't want the police showing up at your birthday going, "What's that bit of contraband you got there? That's going with us," and then getting scranned in their police car when no one's looking. So it's off the table, it's in the bottom. I would actually add a second one to make it actually a double crime. Then that would cancel it out, so I'd have to make actually a triple crime, just to reinforce how illegal this cake is. Okay, shall we now move on to Iceland celebration cake? I want to put it in Ruined Birthday, but it's so hideous and so terribly named, it's going to have to go on par with Cuthbert. It might not be a legal crime, but it's a social crime to buy this. It's a social crime alone to, you know, shop at Iceland. No offence to Iceland, but full offence to Iceland. I'm not salty that the original store I worked at was not an Iceland, but is now a range mixed with an Iceland. Again, if you aren't from the UK, by the way, this entire video is probably the most confusing thing you have ever seen. You're just hearing a man ramble about chocolate logs with a smiley face on the end of them. Wow, this has probably made your day, hasn't it? And, you know, the hungriest of caterpillars is still yet to be filled. Ooh, which of these very similar looking cakes could it be? Wow. Don't you worry, this riveting content is still going to go on, and you're going to get your answer to who is the hungriest of caterpillars. It's going to be me at the end of this video, because I am absolutely freaking starving. It's like, what, 2 AM in the morning? Why am I recording at 2 AM? Anyway, right, I keep on getting distracted. Now, you see, Asda had already shat the bed with Clyde, but they brought it back with Colossal Clyde. Yes, that's right, the Dark Souls health bar will be appearing across the screen if we do have to fight this big bastard. But, you know, bigger is sometimes better, I guess. So I can put it in last minute cake, but it would probably, you know, not really make it any higher than that because it's still absolutely clapped. And, you know, your kids are going to be very disappointed if they see it at the table. Okay, now we are going to move on to the feminism side of caterpillar cakes. That is correct. The caterpillar cake industry has grown so much that even feminism has dabbled its hands into our market. And first, we will start with Connie the caterpillar, Marks and Spencer's erotic take at a female caterpillar cake. Allegedly. I don't know if they've actually given it pronouns or not. Please do not sue me. I'm just trying to make a video. Anyway, Connie is a quite cute cake, but what's it? It's a bunny rabbit, not a caterpillar. It's ruined my day. Get down there. It's probably one of the nicer ones, but no, it's a caterpillar cake with bunny ears. Are you kidding me? Are you insane? You idiots. You need to make sure that your caterpillar cakes are caterpillar cakes. Anyway, next we have... Who is this? 2 seconds. It's a Tesco... Like, Callie. It's Callie. Callie the caterpillar. I do like the name, actually. You know what? I'm just going to break character for a second and just put it with the other one. Curly and Callie, you know. I mean, Curly is now objectifying Callie and looking at Callie in the incorrect manner. So I'm going to have to move it like that. Just, you know, and now Callie's looking at Curly inappropriately. So I guess if we just, you know, move Clyde, Colossal Clyde here, they're having a nice conversation and no one is now objectifying another caterpillar cake. All good. Right. Let's move on to the free-from section. That's correct. Caterpillar cakes have also got a free-from market. We're going to stick with Tesco for a bit and go to Carl the caterpillar. Now, I don't really eat gluten-free foods because I like gluten and have a slight iron deficiency, so I can't really cut anything out my body's diet. Otherwise, I will just pass out. So, yeah, Carl can go with the rest of Tesco's. You know, it's all average. It's average. I mean, I used to really like Tesco until they moved their meal deal prices from £3 to £3.40. Do you know how much OCD that causes? Part of me would rather it went up to £3.50 just so it was a nicer number than £3.40. But at the same time, £3 is a much nicer number. Tesco, what's going on, buddy? You can afford to take the hit. Just bump all your other prices up and leave your meal deal at £3. It was the only reason I'd look at Tesco's every day and smile. Now I can't even smile anymore. Right, Asda, Frida, the free-from caterpillar cake. Now, you may be wondering where Frida's going to go. And if you've noticed by the Tesco correlation, you can probably work out where Frida's going to work out. That's right with Clyde. Both disgusting, ruining your birthday. It's not that I've got anything against Asda. It's just, I don't shop at Asda because there's none near me. Ignoring my voice, I do sound a little posh, which is probably why you're... Oh my, I've just realised I've put all of, like, the cheaper supermarkets near the bottom, and I've put the more posh ones at the top. Oh, God, I'm such a middle-class twat. Everyone's going to accuse me of being a Tory. Right, well, might as well finish this off. But there's no way of winning this battle because Bonnie is just a B-Tech Connie, meaning it could be borderline criminal by just copying, to be fair. It probably is. And, I mean, Eric's technically food, but am I really putting a caterpillar named fucking Eric that high? I'm putting Eric that high up. And with this, you're probably wondering, where's this one gonna go? This is Queen Connie with a corgi. This was for our former beloved Queen Lizzie's platinum. I believe it was platinum, at least. Might have been diamond. No, diamond. It was for one of her jubilees. And look at it, it's adorable. Of course it's going to go at the hungriest of caterpillars. There's 2 whole caterpillar cakes there. You can scran on both of them. And like that, we have the masterclass, perfection, the outstanding caterpillar cake tier list. There are no other opinions which are correct because, well, they're all wrong. This is the only factual tier list you'll ever see. Yes, it makes me look like a massive Tory. But hey, look, Morrison's made it up quite far. Ooh, that's got to be a win for you guys. Oh, God, what am I saying? I can only apologise. Happy April Fools. This is going on the Clips channel for a reason and not the main channel. If you ever actually see me in person, don't speak to me, please. I don't deserve human contact after this. But don't forget to like and subscribe. That's right, I'm still going to shill you. Yeah, yeah, get out of here. Just shoo.